Whew, 2021. It's here. I don't know how I feel about it yet. Still feels heavy. I still feel like there's a lot of unknown. And the way I feel is the way a lot of people feel. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. We don't know what's going to happen next week, even next year. And that's scary. Fears, anxieties all pop up from the unknown, right? What ifs. And athletes, they don't know what their sport's going to look like. They don't know when the next COVID spike is going to shut down all their practices, limit their participation, and their advances into college or professional sports. Scary. So today I want to talk about fear and our focus and how we're going to move through this next year with all of this still being so heavy. So one of those things is that fear highlights the things we don't want. It amplifies those things. It sets it in front of our face at all times, where we become so tunnel visioned with fear that we see it everywhere. We get consumed by it. We look for it, and we get stuck, right? I see and hear thoughts from my athletes that say, why am I going to keep training as hard as I do when tomorrow it can all be gone? Why am I continuing to work towards this if I can't even go to college? I don't want to do Zoom, right? It's bringing about focus on the bad. So knowing that, number one for my athletes is to focus on what you want, despite of the unknown. Because the great thing about the unknown is that there's also the possibility of good, of what we want to happen. Not just the bad, but there's a good. There's a flip side of that coin. So part of the New Year's resolution, this New Year's push, is to focus on what you want, despite of what the world looks like, despite of what's going on in sports. What's going on is to keep focusing on what you want. Number two is to, I've got my handy dandy notebook, I write everything down, is to embrace the challenges. Last year was a challenge for everybody. This year will be a challenge for everybody. And it's not a mistake, it's not a failure, it's not a setback, it's a challenge. And we are all having to hurdle these challenges. And so it's only going to make us stronger and better and more capable in the long run. And if we can change that perspective on things, again, we can keep moving rather than stay stuck and in fear's tunnel vision, okay? The last thing I want to say is to simplify your game. I tell athletes all the time, they make the game so complicated. They fill their mind with thoughts and worries, what ifs, that their game is so complicated that they can't do anything. Their performance declines, right? We as people are overcomplicating, overthinking, so over-involved in things that it shuts us down. It overruns us. And so whether it's sport, whether it's work life, home life, school, simplify it. Find ways to simplify the things that stress you out. We're already going through too much. Simplify the game. So, for example, one way I'm simplifying my game is to limit my social media, right? Limit my social media and be more cognizant, aware of when something triggers me or affects me, that I catch it and then I remove myself from it. I'm simplifying my game. I could keep looking at comments and getting caught up in it, but I know that's bad for my game. And so that's one of my ways to simplify the game. So I hope this helps. I hope that we can all move forward this new year and still stay focused on the things we want despite of whatever's going on in our lives. So, all right, guys.